All righty, as we warm up, you're gonna wanna have your book handy, please. We're gonna start with those shoulder rolls. We're gonna expand a wider stance, a bigger roll and lift through your chest, squeezing and opening and then rounding that upper back and then pulling the belly button in and rounding again. And then through your whole spine as you bend your knees, like you're doing a cat and a cow, just unsupported. Give it a really good squeeze at the top. Feel your shoulder blades retract one more time, round it, squeeze it, bring it down, turn that into a regular cat-cow. And then end up in that cow, pull your belly button in, lift your toes, big deep breath in, and exhale, and we'll step touch. You're gonna be close to your book, so that eventually on this little step touch, you could step touch on the book. Just 4 more on this side. The last 2. The last one, step touch only, and make your way to the other side. And then we'll step touch on the book there. Just 2 more here. And then if you want, see if you can go up and over your book and we step touch again, but let's go to those running arms and add a knee lift. Just 2 more here. Last one, up and over or behind, however you want to get there. Other side. One more on this side. Up and over you go. This time we're back to that step touch. And then we're going to turn that into your hamstring curl and a squeeze of those shoulder blades. Make that really beautiful and aggressive. Nice squeeze. Just 2 more of these. And up and over you go. Other side, hamstring curl with a rowing motion. Two more of these. And up and over you go. This time we're going to go into that extension. You guys know me so well. And just 2 more of these. Up and over you go, other side. Last one of these. Up and over, we're back to our step touch for 4. Then we have those knee lifts, running arms for 4. Hamstring curl and row. And extension for 4. Cut it in half, 2 taps. 2 runs. 2 curls, 2 extensions. Jan, you froze. 1 of each. Tap, knee, curl, extend. We're doing that again. Tap it up, knee, curl, extend up and over you go. 4 of each, tapping up. 4 knees. 4 curls. 4 extensions. 2 taps. 2 knees. 2 curls. 2 extensions. 1 of each. Tap it up. Run it up. Curl. Extend 1 more time. We tap. Knee. Curl. And extend. Woo! Step it off. Slow that step touchdown. Give it a little lunge in between. And then eventually come down. Chest is up. Take a moment. Let's drop that left shoulder in. Look over your right. Roll the shoulders back and down. From this direction, curl and extend. And curl and extend. Drop the other way. Rounding and extending. Rounding and extending. Back through center. Rolling and extending. Cat and cow. Good. Just 2 more. Really articulate through that spine. And on that last cow, you'll lift those toes, pull the abs in, big deep breath in, exhale, bring it down. All right. We can use that book again. We'll be going slowly this time to really work that muscle. So take your right foot, step up, step down, hold for a moment, come down, lift, lift the knee, come down, lift, curl, give it a good squeeze, lift, extend, right back up again. We tap up, we knee up, we curl, we extend. This time we tap up and we're holding there, abs in, foot is hovering. We're gonna bend that right knee so the left knee taps and straighten, bend and straighten. Very small move, your knee is probably bending just a few degrees. Heel is not pushing off the floor, right? I'm just tapping the floor with my heel, not using my left leg at all. Should really feel this in that right glute and that right quad. Whatever you want with your arms, hold them here. You can do some sort of movement if you want, but they have to be kind of fast. Up to you. You can do a monkey. 2 more. And then we hover that in space. And now we're gonna do that little hip touch. I'm gonna let my right hip move to the side, and then I'm gonna squeeze it under. Let it move and squeeze, move and squeeze, move and squeeze. So it's tucking under. I really squeeze that right glute as I do this. To really feel that one in that right glute. My left foot is moving only because the hip is moving, right? The hip goes up on the left side. That's why my left foot comes up, not because I'm lifting it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Cross that right leg over the left. Up and over you go. Spin it. Spin a 1/4 of an inch. Bend your knees. Roll through cat. Inhale through cow. From there, balance. Cross that leg over. Get that outer hip stretch. Bring it down. Bring it up. Other side. Left foot is up. Abs are in. Right foot hovers. Bend that left knee so that right foot barely taps, and up. And up. Good. You guys look great. I don't know if you heard me say welcome back, Jan, but welcome back, Jan. Roomba, there was so much excitement going on. Really feeling this in that right glute, or excuse me, that left glute and left quad. Just 4 more. Good, then we're gonna stay up top. We're gonna let that hip move a little to the left, and then we tuck that sucker under. Move it, tuck it, move, tuck. So just a little pull your glute in, pull your glute in. You should really feel that in that left glute and outer hip. And again, that right leg is only moving because of the tuck of his left hip. Couple more. I bring it over, up and over you go, arms. Woo. We're gonna pivot, bend those knees, roll through cat, inhale through cow in that extension position. See if you can balance on that right foot and open that left knee. And then we come up. All right, we're back up on the book with our right foot. This time those left toes are gonna travel forward because the right knee bends. And then come back up. So gliding and reaching. You may want to add arms here, don't have to. Feeling this one a little more in the quads, hopefully. Leave it out this time, stay in that little one-legged position, lift and lower, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, mamacita. Glide to the left and up, reach and up, stretch it and up, reach. Last one, sit into it, lift and lower, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We have one more to go. Right leg is up there, left leg stretches back, get it as straight as possible. And pull it back. This is the one that you can increase intensity by extending one arm or two. Totally up to you. Don't have to. You can do a baby extension that still adds. Good. Last two. Last one. Sit into it, but chest is up. Back foot pulses up and down. Step off. Take that right foot on a little angle, sit into your left leg bent, roll those toes up, put them on the book, get a little bonus calf stretch. Roll it up, woo, other side. Left foot on the book, right toes in front, we glide forward and back, glide forward and back. Keep it going. Last one, we sit into it, we lift and tap for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We come up to the side and reach. Good, last time, we reach it out, we stay, we lift. Beautiful, here goes the big one, reach. And reach behind you. Bring it back, sit into it, here we go, lift, 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 and lift. Woo, step off, left leg in front, near your book. Sit into that right bent knee, left toes can rest up on the book. Bring it up, okay, here comes the lovely one. You know, we're gonna do some calf work when we have the book. So you do want to have something you can hold on to very lightly. Let's start with our left foot on the book. Your toes, your ball of the foot, and at least half of the arch are on it, but the heel is dropped off. Right foot just hangs out in space. I'm going to drop my left heel lower than the book and lift it even. Lower, even, lower, even. Then I'm going to go above the book, even with the book. Above it, even. Above, even, above, even. And now I'm going to drop all the way down, come through center and go all the way up, all the way down through center, all the way up, all the way down through center, all the way up, etc. you're feeling this. Last one, bring it up, lift a little higher, little higher, little higher. How high can you go? Woo, bring that right foot down, slide back a little with your left. And let the heel drop for a beautiful stretch. You should feel this, I hope. Not should, I hope you feel it. And then bend that knee to take it a little bit deeper. Roll up, turn the toes out and the heel in and go on that angle for your stretch. Make sure your hips are underneath, you're not sticking out. Sticking out avoids the stretch. And then bend that knee. Then you're going to turn the toe in and the heel out. That one feels really good to me. And bend the knee. What the heck? Take your left toes on the ground, tuck them under, press your hips forward, front of the hip, front of the shin stretch. And now it's time for the right leg. So toes, ball of the foot, and at least half of the archer on the foot. Try not to put too much weight on whatever it is you're holding on to. Left toes are out in space, right heel drops and comes even. Drop even. Then we come above the book, even with the book. Above it and even. Above and even. Good. We're going to drop all the way down, come through center, all the way up. Down, through center, all the way up. Down, through center, all the way up. Two more. Woo! Come up, high, 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 higher, 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 reach, 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 reach. Woo! Bring that left foot down, slide your right heel back a little, get that stretch. Again, tuck the hips under, you don't want to avoiding the stretch. And bend that right knee a bit. Then we're going to spin the toes out and the heel in, get that stretch on that angle, bend the knee. And then again, we'll turn the toes in and the heel out, drop the heel. And bend it. Oh, shake all that out. All right, we're going to do our best to do a little bit of hamstring work with the book. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You want your book chair handy. We'll start on that right leg. You're going to bring the book behind your right knee and then you do your best to hold it there. So we're going to slide all the way out with the left knee bent so that we can get our spine straight and try and get our knee as high as our hip. So left knee bends, thigh is long. You should already be feeling your left hip, your right hamstring, and your right glute. So now we're just going to squeeze the book tighter and lift it up. Squeeze it tighter as you lift. Squeeze and lift. So hamstring and glute. Last two. Last one, leave it up there, press the heel to the sky. Quick little pulses, squeeze that book. And bring that down. Al shimama. Right leg steps forward, then the left knee. Woo, extend that hip. Move it around a little bit. Then roll those toes up, back through center, bend and straighten other leg. All right, so book goes behind that left leg. Get a good grip on it. Whoops, not such a good grip. All right, stretch it out. Bend that right knee significantly, get the back flat. I'm going to squeeze and lift at the same time. So hamstring and glute. Almost there. Hold it up this time. Squeeze and press. Squeeze and press. And bring that up. Woo. Stretch that left leg forward. Sit back on that right leg. Ooh, move it around a little bit. Roll those toes up, put them down, bend the knee, bring yourself up. Grab your book in your hands for me, please. Wide plie stance, bend the knees, sit into it. Make sure you feel some quad work. You have the option to be up on your toes to increase that. And we're just serving our platter, feeling the fronts of our shoulders eventually. Again, you can be up on your tippy toes or down on your heels. You could lift them up and down as you extend that book if you want. Elbows bend by your sides like you're doing a Pilates push-up, and then they stretch out. Almost there. Last one, heels down, arms out straight. Lift 1 inch, lift 1 inch. They're right in front of you, not above you. 4, 3, 2. Bend the book 1 inch in, 1 inch out. In, out, in, out, in, out. Almost there. Woo! Bring that up. Relax for a second. Left arm stretches, palm flexes so that you can get that stretch on the front of that bicep. Shake that out. Other way. Right arm reaches. Hand flexes. All right, we're going to do one more thing here. Standing up, we're going to take that book in our right hand. You can choose whether you want to dangle it like that or have it like that, whatever feels secure to you. So right hand, right foot forward, left leg steps back. We're going to start just simply with that dunking bird. Again, you don't want to have much weight on that left hand. And then let the shoulder blade drop and squeeze it as you come up. Give it a really good significant squeeze. Use those posture muscles. Just 2 more. Hopefully feeling this on that right hamstring. Good. This time go over. That right leg is nearly straight. You're just pulling back, pulling back, pulling back. 4, 3, 2, adding on 1. Now that arm goes to the side. Ooh, little bend to the elbow. Make sure the elbow ends up higher than the hand. Really feel this one. Right knee is bent, left leg is extended. Feeling that right glute and hamstring also. 2 more. Oh, lift all that up. Whew. Wow, that was fun. Let's do the other side. Book in your left hand forward. We start with that dunking bird, not pushing off too much of your chair. Add that rowing motion as you come up. Almost there. Last 2. Bring it over, and we just curl. 4 more. And then we open to the side. That's the big one. Get those muscles that rest on the back of your shoulder blade to help us stand with beautiful, better posture. 2 more. Woo! Bring that up. Left arm across, pull it down and across. Feel an opening across that area you just worked so you can slump in a little bit. Open that up. Other arm across, pull it over. You can tip that head over if you want. Beautiful. Hands together, roll it out, lift it up, stretch it up, and bring that down, extending that chest, shake it all out. We'll need our book as we come down to the ground, but not your chair. We're going to start in a sideways position. Normally we do clam lying all the way down, but I'm going to give you a little extra challenge today. It's going to feel easier if you're not doing the actual challenge part. So knees are stacked. Here's the challenge part. When I'm here, I just want to go in my lazy boy recliner. Ear, shoulder, blah, blah, ribs. This needs to happen. Ears stay away from shoulder. And then these guys need to keep pulling in, right? So you're going to keep consciousness that the ribs lift. Let's do a few rib lifts. Rib lifts. They sell those at the steakhouse, riblets, I don't know. Pull in and let it drop. Pull in and let it drop. Pull in, let it drop. Pull in, keep it there. Book is on that top leg, hand on that top leg, toes pivot out, heels together, pivot open. Did you suddenly drop? Yeah, you have to stay tall through the spine. Hand is pushing that book into the leg. And then knees are going to stay down, heels lift, and we do that same rotation. It's a little harder for that body to not collapse. So be tall and strong. And then relax. As you come up, stretch out the bottom foot. The leg that you just worked comes across. As a matter of fact, we're going to slide this book under the hip of the leg that was not working, right? But the other one's out in space. So now I pull across and I let the hip drop, and I pull across and let the hip drop, and then I do both at the same time. And then I'm going to square myself up on that book, cross that leg over and hinge, and get a beautiful stretch on the outside of that hip, hopefully. Carol says play with your feet while they're there. All right, and then off to the other side we go. Knees are bent, everything's stacked in those 90-degree angles. First thing you want to do is pull the ribs in. Pull the ribs in, pull the ribs in, pull the ribs in. One more time, pull the ribs in, leave them there. Heels together, toes apart, pivot open. Keep those ribs lifting. It's very easy to go into that dropped position. I say that because it was easy for me to do that. Just two more. Nice, knees together, heels in the air, and again, we end up wanting to put that weight forward, so lift. Two more. Beautiful. As you come up, put that book under the hip you were just sitting on, bring that there. Leg goes out, other foot comes across. Let this hip drop in space and then pull across. So now we can get that deeper stretch. And then sit up tall. And that hip, or excuse me, that ankle comes across, sit tall. You're welcome to give some love between those tootsies, if that would feel good. All right, and then we're coming off the book. As we lie down, we're going to get our ab and tricep work here. So the book is on your left hand, right hand is across your rib cage. Are they popped up? Let's pull those down. Be conscious of your left rib cage. It's going to want to open and lift more as your left arm comes directly overhead. You're going to feel that tricep stretch already. Ribs stay down and lift up, exhaling. Inhale, up and over you go. Exhale to lift. Feeling a little bit of the front of your shoulder and chest. Feeling that tricep a bit. Hopefully feeling those abs. And now that arm goes up and over, it's going to bend and straighten and then come up and over, bend, straighten. So now we're actually working that tricep, not just stretching it. Keep the ribs down, they're going to want to pop. 2 more here. This time when that arm goes overhead, you leave it there, you bend, straighten, 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 ribs in. Beautiful. Put the book on your ribs, give yourself some feedback. Woo, tuck your hand down, press that elbow away, get that big stretch, pull the shoulder down and the elbow away. You can play with hand position. And then we're back to the other side. So book is in your right hand, left hand across your rib cage. Arm goes up and over, feel that tricep stretch. And up and over we go. We add on this time, up and over, bend, straighten, come up. Up and over, bend, straighten, and up. Ribs stay down. That's really sneaky. They want to pop up. So having that hand there gives you that feedback to remind them not to do that. Two more. And then this time arm is overhead and you just straighten, straighten. Ribs in. And relax. Woo! Arm overhead, press that elbow away from you, pull that armpit and shoulder down, do both at the same time for that beautiful stretch. And then that book is across your rib cage. This is going to give us that feedback. First thing you want to do is sink those ribs down. Let them pop, sink them down, let them pop, sink them down. Last time up and sink them down. And then our legs are in tabletop for your toe touch exercise, right? It can be single leg. It could be single leg with that heel flex. It can be double leg, toes pointed. It could be double leg, heels flexing. It could be double leg, toes apart, knees apart. And then finally, if you want the next level, you create that long lever with straight legs. Heels together, toes apart, lower, reach, stretch, lift. Last one, reach, hold, heels tap, 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 3, 2, 1. Woo! Book on your shins, pull that in. Give it a big hug, feel that low back, get a beautiful stretch. All we're gonna do is spin that book over, put it down where our feet are gonna be for a side plank. When you're ready, feet on the book, lift up side plank. You're welcome to add a little variation if you want. Bring it down, keep the book where it is. Spin over so you're on your forearms. Toes are on that book. And here you go, forward plank. Bring it down. You can turn your back to me, spin over, side plank, other side. Come down, woo. Reach down, grab your book. Bring it to the front of your ankles, roll forward and back a couple times, rolling like a ball, using that book for just that little extra bit. Just 2 more. And you're gonna stay back, believe it or not, look across your shins. Press down on the book to bring those knees closer to your rib cage. Low back stretch, pull them in, let that tailbone curl up, and then flatten the tailbone as the knees move away a little bit. And then curl in, feel that low back stretch. And let that back flatten. One more time, we're gonna curl those knees in. We're gonna slide that book over to the right knee, right shin only, left foot comes off. Pull that right leg as close as you can to your armpit, and then we're sliding that book around behind it. Maybe get some rotation through your ankle. And then what I want you to do is slide the book down so the edge of the book hits the belly of the muscle of your calf and the belly of the muscle of your hamstring. And then push down, so you're gonna feel a little bit of contraction there. And then as you point and flex and rotate at the ankle, you're gonna feel that book pushing against that muscle, and it's just gonna give you some different sensation. And then finally, we're gonna flip that book so it pushes the hamstring down into the armpit and the shin up so that it's perpendicular with the ground. You can move through those toes again. Big challenge, can you put that book on your foot and still press down? That's going to give you a very deep hamstring stretch. You could pull that book forward towards your toes and pull them down for even more love. And you're going to straighten that leg. Now with the book there, that's probably not going to happen, so you can move it behind you and then use your elbows bending to bring it in. Back to center, left leg out, flex through the heel. Let's lift up, pull ourselves up, bring ourselves down with a flexed foot. Book goes on the outside of that foot, right or leg, right arm to the side, just a little love hip stretch. And then we'll bend that knee and drop it into a twist if you want. Leave the book over there. As you come back through center, cross your right ankle over your left thigh, thread your needle. Hug that left hamstring, use your right elbow to push that right thigh open. You can lift that left leg if you want and get some movement through that side. And then we'll bend and we'll pull everything really close and over to the left and close to your chest and over to the left, increasing that outer hip stretch on the right side. And then finally, we'll cross that right leg over. We're going to put the book so that the right knee lands on it and you have a partial twist, still a hip stretch. If you want, you can move the book out of the way and get a full twist. And then back through center we go. And we're coming back the other way. So book is behind that left leg. We're going to use it to come nice and close. Maybe get some rotations. Then you want to put the edge of that book so that it's kind of on the calf and the hamstring. And then as you do those ankle rotations, you may feel this differently. And then we're going to use that book to press the thigh down and the calf upward. Again, we can get some movement there. And if you want to really challenge yourself, you put that book on the foot. Might happen better on one foot than the other. You can point those toes down for a big stretch. Then you can start to straighten and see what happens. If that doesn't happen, just move the book. We'll slide the right leg forward as we bring ourselves back to center. Bend the elbows, lift up, flex and come down. Book on the outside, toes turn down, big hip stretch. And then bend that knee, and you can stay there or twist it all the way over. And you can leave the book there, back through center, crisscross ankle, right leg up, and you can extend it and move through that ankle. And then we're gonna pull that knee in and over and in and over. Big stretch on that left hip. Cross that right knee all the way over. Continue that big stretch. And as always, you're welcome to just stay with the stretch, or you can let your knees drop to the right. See if they want to land on that book, or a deeper twist, they land on the ground. However you want to get there, make your way back to center, hands out front, hips back, rolling through your cow and your cat. And then we'll stack it up and we'll tuck those toes, we'll hover for a moment and then press back. And then walk it back, nod yes and shake no, hands on your thighs to round into cat. Inhale into cow, big deep breath in, curtsies. Thank you.